I met a gypsy.
So I think it's just like, the more you like talk about it and understand it and kind of map it onto different experiences that you've had, it's sort of like a way to deal with it, you know?
Yeah. No. So it's kind of funny you said that. So mine definitely added with a lot of stress. So this is actually a really good story. So this started, 2020, I'll restart this. So 2021, I raced all year with a torn ACL. Okay. My knee was torn all year.
Yeah.
And I kept it quiet from the team because obviously for me, unfortunately, I'm always known to get injured. So I was always on a 1-year contract. So every year I'm fighting tooth and nail for a contract. Last time I was a 2-year was with Factory KTM. So everyone would always give me 1 year and it was stressful. So 2021, Jason and Zach got both injured, and I raced all outdoors with a torn ACL and I had Epstein-Barr. So I was trying to stick out for the team, be a good team player, and, have a Husky 450 out there. And, maybe it will help me for the 2022 season. So I'm racing with this knee and the Epstein-Barr, and I'm just like, dude, this is the most miserable summer of my life. Like, I'm still cracking some top 10s, but like it's not good. My knee's shifting. Like every time I break it, I can feel my knee like moving. So I tell Scuba,
dude.
This is where I have a lot of respect for Scuba. I tell Scuba, hey, so I've been racing with my knee torn and I haven't said anything because I feel like you guys aren't going to want to hire me if you know it's torn, because I need to get it fixed. He's like, all right, well, let's just keep it quiet for now, and we'll see how things play out. So there was a certain date where Zach Osborne was deciding if he was going to retire or not, and on that day, pretty much he would say he was going to retire. So that's what I got told. So I'm racing it out, I'm cracking top 10s, and Scuba says, hey, Zach says he's retiring and you have the spot. So I was like, oh, yes. So I says, this is pretty wild right here. So I says, hey, Scuba, I found this doctor in Canada. He does ACLs. It's called a Lars ligament. They go in. It's almost like a thick shoelace, or it's like a rope, and they do your ACL like that.
Yeah.
I've done 4 ACLs already. I'm not doing the whole 6-month deal. I can't afford to do it. I was like, I can do this, and they say I could be back riding in 3 or 4 weeks from an ACL. He was like,
wow.
He was like, you think that works? Like, who do you know that's gotten it? So like, there's a Davey Millsaps actually told me he got it and it worked really good. I was like, so I'm going to go get it. I want to miss the last 3 outdoors, and I want to just go get this knee fixed, but keep it completely quiet, because if the team find out that I'm getting an ACL reconstruction, they're not going to want to rehire me, right? Like that's why, like, sometimes you got to keep injuries quiet in the sport, because for me, I was always on a 1-year contract. So it was always scraping tooth and nail. So I go to Canada, low key, get surgery, and didn't tell a soul. I went straight from Budds Creek. I got like a 8th overall there. And then I went straight to Canada, got the surgery, go to cross back into Canada or into America after like 5 days of recovering. They call my name at the airport. I had COVID. So now I'm stuck in Canada. I'm stuck in Canada. I'm thinking, oh no, like Alden and everyone's going to like be wondering where I am, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. So I'm like, fuck. So I was like, well, they literally, I was in a wheelchair and Sarah had the bags. They literally at the airport just pushed me on the sidewalk, and then that was it. And I'm like, what the hell? So I stay in a hotel for like 5 or 6 days. I'm like, dude, I got to get out of here. I got to get back home. So I take a at-home COVID test, right? It said negative. I'm like, sweet. So I just me and Sarah hopped in an Uber, went to the land crossing. I'm on crutches. She's carrying the bags to the land. There's not even a sidewalk at the border crossing, right? Get to the border, and they're like, the guys come walking towards us, like, oh, what are you guys doing? And like, I was like, oh, I just got knee surgery. We're going back home. We're just whatever. So the guys see my Rockstar bags and like knew who I was and stuff. So we zipped through the border, and then they booked us a taxi. So then we go from my taxi to this airport, get a rental car at that airport we weren't flying out of, drive from there to Albany, New York, and then hop on a plane, get to Orlando, and then finally I'm home. I'm like, oh, thank God, at least I'm home, right? So I'm healing up, but I have the Husky ride. Things are good. We got the knee fixed, we got the Husky ride, we're dialed. So I'm like, okay, sweet. Like, I'm healing up. Then I get a phone call. Hey, so Zach decided he wants to come back, and you no longer have the ride. I'm like, no fucking way. I was like, there's no way. So now I have no ride. Just got my knee fixed. I'm already like, I already get stressed as it is. I'm super stressed out. Zach wanted to make a comeback, and so I have this relationship with Rockstar, and we're trying to work like a Supercross only deal, but still be on the Husky. But it was kind of a weird deal. Like, and Husky didn't really want me. I got the vibe and whatever. So anyways, long story short, I'm stressed to the bits, and I ended up having that panic attack is when I had it. So I was just so stressed because I didn't even know if I had a job or anything. But anyways, after that, I'm laying in bed. Scuba calls me. Hey, got good news. What? Zach tried riding a couple days. His back's not good enough. He's retiring. You have the ride back. I'm just like, oh my God. I was like, you don't even know what I've went through. I was just like about to cry. I'm like, dude, I fucking went to Canada secretly, got my knee done. I fucking had this gnarly panic attack where I literally thought I was having a heart attack and gonna die and leave this earth. And I was just so grateful. So back on track, back on Rockstar Husky. The knee took about 6 to 8 weeks. Came back, rode on Supercross, like as if nothing happened, as if like, you know, I didn't get knee surgery. And that's, yeah, it was so crazy because like I literally had to fly to a different country, get my knee fixed, and keep it so quiet. And it was so hard because people were texting me like, hey, where you at? What are you doing? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like not texting back. And it was gnarly. So to come back from that, then come into the 22 season, and it worked out. The plan worked out. But that's the stress that I went through was like I had the ride. I didn't have the ride. Just got an ACL reconstruction. And then boom, we got the ride, and off we went into the 22 season. So it was gnarly.
Dude, it's so gnarly, the shit that you've had to go through in your career.
I
Like
know.
if you add up all the injuries, all of the team stuff, like everything that you've had to go through, I mean, it's just it's gnarly.
It's so gnarly. And
Just
like
the pain, even like the pain from surgeries and recovery.
yeah, and that was like the hard thing too, was like I said before, I was always on 1-year contract. So I raced a lot with like injuries and like a torn knee and this and that. And I never said anything to, you know, how to keep it quiet. And then you're getting a bit of backlash because you're fucking suck out there, or you're struggling, but the fans don't know what you're going through. But so, you know what I mean? Like I got to keep that quiet because I need a job for next year. And if they know that I need my shoulder operated on or my knee, they're not going to want to hire me. There's other guys that they can get. So that's why like it was tough for me, like in 2021, racing with that torn ACL all year. My knee's just shifting. I'm taping it. I'm trying so hard just to get by. So trying to be healthy is important, and makes the world of difference, you know?
Yeah, so like the team had no idea that your ACL was torn. Like you were just
Only
doing
Scuba.
everything in secret. Like really,
Scuba,
dude. Shout
yeah.
out to Scuba. What a G.
Scuba is literally, he was like, once we thought that I had the ride the first time, he's like, okay, go get that fixed now. So I went and got it fixed, and yeah, he was a real G. And then I got the ride pulled back from me because Zach came back. I'm like, no fucking way. Then I got it back, and then yeah, very grateful though. My years at Husky was really good, and now I've signed with the Firepower Honda team, and that's really exciting. You know, I haven't rode a Honda really in my career. Well, I haven't at all. So it's something new and it's exciting, and Supercross only with the Worlds and Australia. So I'm looking forward to it this year. Like I think if we get the bike good and me feeling good, it can be a good year, and it'll be fun to go to Australia to do that series. But I'll live in Australia for a couple months with the family, and I think that will be so fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be so sick.
It'll be so fun. Like it's kind of weird because I've always wanted to do that towards the end of my career. Is like, travel around and race and explore, and it's pretty cool that this is what racing's brought to me. So, yeah, it's good.
If you enjoyed this content, please like and subscribe. And to listen to the full 3-hour podcast, search Gypsy Tales in your favorite podcast platform or click the link in the description below. Gypsy Gang.